What if your self-control is mostly your room doing the work? Sounds odd, right? But think about this. Your brain is wired to conserve energy. And here's where it gets interesting. Your prefrontal cortex, the rational pilot in your brain, is a gas guzzler. It would rather kick back and let autopilot routines take over. Ever notice how a phone buzz suddenly makes you reach for it without thinking? That's because cues like time, location, or emotions trigger behavior before you even know you've decided. Your brain likes shortcuts. It treats friction as danger, so it defaults to the path of least resistance. Imagine a cockpit. The rational pilot nods off while an impulsive monkey grabs the steering wheel whenever a cue light flashes. The real kicker? Those easy paths are often set by your environment, not your willpower. But here's the part no one talks about. So you've got this plan, but suddenly it's 4 p.m. and you're munching chips instead of hitting the gym. What happened? Decision fatigue. Imagine your brain as a battery. Every choice, big or small, drains it. By day's end, your willpower tank is empty. Now here's the trap. Your brain mislabels effort as danger. That friction you feel? The brain masks it as not ready. And pay attention to this part. Digital nudges hijack your dopamine. Researchers call this the pleasure of small wins. A notification or text promises instant joy, making bigger, meaningful goals take a back seat. So, what's the real issue? It's not you. It's this environment triggering quick escapes with tiny rewards. You know what's wild? Your fight isn't against laziness, but against an almost invisible layer of friction. But here's the part no one talks about. Here's where it gets interesting. Your brain isn't lazy, it's efficient. Think of habit formation like walking a trail in tall grass. The more you take the same path, the clearer it becomes. Under stress, your brain automatically picks the well-trodden route. Why? The amygdala sees uncertainty and effort as costs. It nudges you toward familiar behaviors that offer quick relief. So what you call lack of discipline is often just cue stacking. One cue sets off a chain reaction. You check your phone, then grab a snack, and suddenly the workout is skipped. The trap is set. You're not failing. Your environment is just making decisions for you. But here's the part no one talks about. Here's where it gets interesting. Your brain loves to stick to the path of least resistance. So how do you hack this natural laziness? Let's install some speed bumps and water slides in that brain of yours. First, make the good stuff easy. Want to exercise? Put your shoes by the door. Need to write that report? Keep the document open on your desktop. This is like pouring golden dopamine down a water slide straight to action. Now, what about those bad habits getting in your way? It's time to add friction. Log out, use grayscale on your phone, stash the snacks high up. When the bad loop feels like climbing a mountain, you'll find yourself sliding away from it naturally. The final trick? Pre-decide with an if-then plan. If QX pops up, dive into action Y for just 2 minutes. This is like teaching your brain to switch tracks automatically. The good news is, by doing this, you'll create a new autopilot that requires zero willpower. And pay attention to this part. You're not just fighting your brain, you're making peace with it. Now let's bring it all together. From cue-driven habits to effortless systems, you've learned how your environment dictates action. If you want, comment your number 1 habit you're trying to build, and I'll suggest a 3Q setup for it. Here's to shifting defaults and designing the life you want.